everyone. This is going to be a little bit different of a video than normal, just because I saw some comments that were like, hey, let's do like a full day of eating or something like that. So this is my attempt at it. Tell me if you enjoy it or if you don't. I weighed in at 198.4 today, which is the lowest weight I've ever been, believe it or not. I mean, not ever been, but ever been on this cut, I should say. And then yesterday's macros are on the bottom there. Stayed under the limit of 2750 calories yesterday, which was good. Exactly what I planned for, which was very nice. Over on the right, I'm just doing calves, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. I mean, I try to do calves. This is a chest day, so I try to do calves first. And that's just because otherwise I will definitely forget. So yeah, that's what I do. On the left, you can see that that was my breakfast, my pre-workout meal, you could say. And that is not pee in that cup there. That is apple juice, okay? And it's not beer either. It's apple juice, I promise. And then those two little truffles there I had as just like a sweet snack. I like my sweets, come on. And then I had a couple of meat sticks. I think I had 3. I only pictured 2, but I had 3. And then I just had some sausage and eggs, which were really good, and a protein shake. And yeah, it was a pretty chill morning. I usually have a little bit less before I work out, but it's a Saturday, so I have a little bit more time to do things before the workout, which is always nice. Yeah, so here's the calories and macros and stuff for that meal. Looks like we got a good amount of protein in, 78 grams of protein, and carbs, 54. I usually like to have, on a normal day, I like to have mostly just carbs before a workout, just because it's like going to be super early in the morning usually. But today I could go to the gym a little bit later, so I had a full meal instead, which is nice. Very, very nice. What's coming up next is the warm-up. Yes, the warm-up. So I had a comment that was asking about, hey, what's your warm-up routine like? What do you usually do? And I was like, well, it's not an actual routine. I kind of just go for it. So here's the explanation. The explanation is I kind of just pyramid up to a high weight, and then that's a little bit higher than working weight, and then I come back down to my working weight. So kind of how this works, as you can see, is this is an incline bench, obviously, and I'm just putting on the 25s at first, which was before this, and I just kind of repped that out. I did like 10 or 12 reps till I felt like I was feeling pretty good. And then here you go, I'm going for the 45s on the side, which would usually be 135, but this is a Smith machine, so it kind of takes a little bit out of the 45-pound bar that's on it. It's kind of like I think it's a 35-pound without the weight on the side. So it's a little bit less than 135, but I'm just going to say the 45s on the side. That'll make it a little bit easier for this Smith machine. But yeah, so I kind of just go from that lower weight for the 25s, and then I go up to the 45s and rep that out in a little bit until I feel comfortable with it. And right now it looks like I'm putting on the 25 pounds as well as the 45s, just to get, and this is the above what my working weight would be when I am in this cut. Usually this would be my normal working weight, like in the bulk. I would totally do work with this, doing about like 10 to 12 reps or even 15 when I'm super bulked up, feeling super strong. But looks like right here, I'm taking a second, psyching myself up to this. But yeah, I go for it. I think I'm going to do like 2 or 3. Yeah, I go nice and slow, just because I really do not want to get hurt doing a bunch of weight just for a dumb reason. Looks like I did 3. But yeah, that's the idea, is I pyramid up to above my working weight so that I can feel some real weight and kind of psych myself up for it. Prepare my body to feel more weight than I'm going to end up using anyway. But then we get to the normal sets, which looks like I just got a 45, a 10, and a 5 on each side. And I think right here I'm getting spotted by my lovely wife, which is awesome. But I think right here I did about, I don't remember. I wasn't counting during the video, but I think I did like 10 to 12, and that was the idea. Definitely slowing down. As you can see, even though I'm on the cut, I'm still pushing it. You have to be able to push it in the gym if you want to make any progress, and that's something that you learn over time. Yeah, push it, push it. I think I do one more after that. Yeah. First set on the first exercise, I really try to push it all the way to failure. And when I don't have a spotter, I usually just really try to get to the point where like that's the very final rep I can do, and then rack it. But then when I don't have a spotter, I usually on like the second and third sets, depending on however many sets I do, whether that be 2 or 3 or 4. Usually near the third set, I usually hit actual failure and I don't get the bar all the way back up, and I just have to rack it a little bit short on the Smith machine, which is all right. I don't think it's the best. I'd rather have a spotter, but sometimes you can't have a spotter, and that's just how it is. You just got to do what you got to do, you know what I mean? So, all right, now we're going to go on to lunch. For lunch, I had 2, what is it called? I totally just blanked. It's the Chobani and the Ratio protein drinks. They're the yogurt, the Greek yogurt. I'm pretty sure they're Greek yogurt, but anyway, one of them has 20 grams, the other has 26. I didn't really like the Ratio one. I was trying the Ratio one for the first time today. But anyway, I like the Chobani one, which was always really good, especially this peach one is really, really good. And then otherwise I had some sushi, and I split it with my wife this is a post-workout meal. And I had 12 little rolls of sushi, which was really good. She ate 12 of them. And yeah, I tracked it. And it came out as a pretty good post-workout meal. A lot of carbs, which helped me with some energy, after the workout, so I don't just like totally poop out after the workout. And then as well as a lot of protein because of those protein drinks. Looks like it came out as 58.7 grams of protein and 80 grams of carbs. See, there you go. That'll help with your energy throughout the day, which sometimes, especially during a cut, you need to eat those carbs after you work out, man. You don't want to just totally be done after workout, especially when it's in the very early morning. But this was kind of like mid-morning and then going into lunchtime that I did this workout. So yeah, it was doing all right. It was doing all right energy-wise afterwards. 882 calories as well, which is nice. I totally forgot to even look at that. But yeah, here's the cable flies. For the cable flies, I like them because, well, honestly, I like them because they're pretty easy to video without it being at an awkward angle. Honestly, the dumbbell flies, which I really like as well, dumbbell flies are just hard to get a good angle to video at, even though they're also very good. I really enjoy it. But cable flies, I think you get a good stretch. They're pretty easy to push really hard without feeling like you're going to rip your shoulder off with a super heavy dumbbell on dumbbell flies. But yeah, I really enjoy cable flies. They're really good to push hard, and they make you feel like, you're fighting really hard to give someone a hug. You know what I mean? Oh, man. But then we go over from those cable flies to, I'm kind of done with chest at this point of the workout. So I go to triceps. This is like a push day, kind of chest day, tricep day, that sort of idea. So I go to these cable cross push downs. I don't really know what these are actually called, so I had to figure them out. I thought I was going to call them like cable X push downs, or because the cables make an X. But yeah, they work really well. I feel like they really hit all of the tricep, and not just like the short head or the long head, which is really nice. If you notice, I put one of my old raggedy straps on one of them, because the one in my right hand, which is on the left, I guess the cable on my right hand, which is on the left, has like a little ball that's pretty comfortable to hang on to. but the one in my left hand has like a disc that's really sharp that really cuts into your hand if you're trying to do a substantial amount of weight on these. So that's why I put that strap there, just to give it a little bit of cushion, that sort of idea, and it really does help. It helps me do quite a lot of weight. I think from what I remember, I didn't take a picture of it, but from what I remember, I did like 50 pounds, or no, it was 60 pounds because I went up to 70, and it was way too much. So I did 60 pounds on these, and I think I might have dropped to 50 for the last set, or maybe the last two, but they did pretty well. I really enjoy that exercise. So, all right, then I went to dumbbell tricep extensions, which are pretty fun. They feel like this exercise kind of feels like you're the last man standing against. I don't know if you're thinking of like a battlefield. You're the last man standing, and you take the flag, and you're just like, "We are here," that sort of thing. It's a very triumphant exercise. But yeah, it's definitely a difficult one if you've never done it. It's hard to get a lot of weight on it just because your shoulder's in kind of a precarious position. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's a lot quicker, I feel like, to set up than some cable versions of this tricep extension above the head, that sort of thing. And I've done them with a cable using both hands, and you kind of have to like swing your cable and bar around your body to get above your head, and it's a little bit awkward. It's not the greatest, especially if you're already a little bit tired. It definitely taxes your whole system trying to just get that much weight above you on the cable. So I just chose to do dumbbell tricep extensions above the head today, just because, save a little bit on energy, and also I just like this workout. It really makes you feel triumphant. That's what you got to have, man. So I think we're on to dinner. This is dinner. I just had honestly, end of the day, I was like, I need something sweet, man. So I got a cookie and some Neapolitan ice cream, which is always very good. I like the chocolate the most anyway, but the other flavors are okay. The strawberry and the vanilla, which is, it's all right. Then I had, what's on the bottom left there is I had what they call, I think it's called Marry Me Chicken. My wife made it, and it's very good. A little bit spicy, but I like it. And for the tracking on that, it was kind of hard to track. I couldn't find Marry Me Chicken in the app that I use for tracking, so I just kind of had to eyeball it, and I've gotten relatively good at eyeballing it. I've been tracking food for quite a while, probably a good 2 or 2.5 years, ever since I really got serious into lifting, serious into bodybuilding. I've been tracking food, so I've had a pretty good amount of experience in that. But it looks like we got 883 calories for this dinner, and this will finish out the day. Looks like it got 40 grams of fat. Let's see, protein 54, pretty good amount of protein, and 75 carbs, which is very nice. It'll definitely sit well and help me feel full at the very end of the day, so I don't do any midnight snacking. But yeah, looks like after the tricep extensions above the head with a dumbbell, we got an ab machine. I found that it's very difficult to find someone who knows how to use this machine correctly. Everyone sets it up so that the seat is way too low, and they end up bending their shoulders down, which is not really what you should be doing. You should be setting it up so that the crunching is happening at your abs. But anyway, I like this machine. It's all right. Anyway, then I did some cardio, 30 minutes of cardio. I like to do 30 minutes just because it's relatively easy to put into my day. And also, come on, got to be doing your cardio, man, especially when you're cutting. So helps you be able to eat a little bit more too, which is always nice. On to the posing at the end of the workout. I've realized about my physique is my hips are a little bit wide, like literally the bones are wide. So my side shots are usually my best, whether that be a side chest or a side tricep. Those ones are definitely the best looking on my physique, which you know, you got to play for your strengths when you pose, man. As you can see, I kind of hide my hips a little bit with the pants during those other shots, which does help. It really does help. The other shots look a little bit better. The front double bicep, I don't feel like I've ever looked super good in the front double bicep, but still try to hit it. Try to hit a little bit of a vacuum with it. You know, try to see what I can do with it. I'm gonna go. I think I'm going on to the. What's this? Oh, this is an ab shot now. I've never looked super good in ab shots either, just because of that V taper issue. My hips are just wide. There's nothing I can do about it. But here you go. My back, those, all of the back poses, I think they look better than the front version of those poses, like the back double bicep, the back lat spread. Those always look a little bit better on me, which, you know, that's all right. They go for a little bit of an Arnold. Yeah, pump up that, pump up that bicep there. But yeah, that's the end of that. So hey, that's the end of the video, man. That's the full day of fitness. A good Saturday. I really enjoyed making this video. I mean, it was a little bit more taxing to make this video just because of there's a little bit more edits than I'm usually doing. I probably won't do these videos very often, but tell me if you like it, if you made it this far, comment about it, and yeah, like and subscribe for sure if you made it this far. So, but yeah, man, that'll be it. See you guys next time.